Shut up and sit down.
Howdy guys, it's Andy from Big Mac's Workshop and Paint Studio, and welcome to the first White Dwarf viewing of the year. Fortunately we got it really early this time around, and it's a bit of an interesting one because it comes with two separate magazines. So we all know that the White Dwarf's got a different format. However, this time around we've got a special booklet just for Temporal Distort. Because this is a separate book, I'm going to go through this one first. So, Temporal Distort this time around is, well, Space Marine, back in the days of Epic. This is February 1993, which is a hell of a long time ago. And yeah, I actually bought this one way back. So yeah, Space Marine Battle Report, back in the days of epic scale being a big thing. Orcs versus squats. Yes, squats did exist, guys. It's true. You saw it here first. Well, you didn't, but you know what I mean. So yeah, proper battle report featuring squats, which is really cool to see. And obviously, full battle report there. So a lot of interesting stuff just to see an old epic scale battle report, which is really fun. A game I used to play a hell of a lot. Back in the days when it was out, I actually had an Imperial Guard army, which was kind of cool. So yeah, Temporal Distort, interesting read this time around. So back into the most important part of this video is the White Dwarf itself. So as always, I've not had much of a proper look through it. Just make sure we can get a good footage. And here we go, White Dwarf. Jervis Johnson is in the front page, and he has been a member of GW for, well, a hell of a long time. So what's going off in White Dwarf? So obviously you've got a few weekenders going off in GW, and also all the normal articles incoming, featuring a very pretty Eldar army. And obviously adverts, and it's letters from the fans. So we've got a very cool Slaneshi model. I really wonder where the hell got the head for on this particular guy. It is nice. It would make a great Lucius the Eternal head. Where is it from? We could expect no idea. If anyone knows where this head is available from, I would love to know. It looks like some kind of Chaos fig, guessing it's fantasy. But yeah, definitely interesting. And nice little paint split out about how to paint Chaos Spawn. The Chaos Spawn models are really weird looking. Not over keen on them myself. I tend to use different things for Spawn, but it's always good to get different paint techniques and different colour combinations anyway. And models from the fans, and it's great to see, as always, some new interesting models. This is a really cool Ynnari avatar paint job. It's really muted, a really interesting red sort of scheme. That's yeah, that's very cool. A Forge World Land Raider Proteus, painted up in a very battered and bruised Raven Guard core scheme. Definitely looks like it's seen some time down on this one. And obviously you've got a great Imperial Fist Redemptor Dreadnought. Having painted Imperial Fist, I think I've seen enough yellow over recently. And obviously you can't go through Reader's models without looking at some fantasy stuff as well. The Nighthaunt models are ace, as is these Wood Elf, Sylvan Elf Rangers. The models are really interesting. They make some great models. Really weird spectrally creatures. I do like them. So, Worlds of Warhammer. What is this about? This is, well, a name generated for rogue traders. Interesting. So I'm guessing this is some kind of a kill team sort of article, or maybe just naming general naming sort of convention thing, all talking about the different races from 40k. And a nice double page spread with featuring some big old knights, which I'm sure you've all played against at some point, and as you're fully aware, they're not as difficult as they look to kill, although they're still a bit of a pain, as you can imagine. So, Echoes from the War. This is new rules and such, including, I wasn't expecting this month, I thought it was next month, the beta rules for the new bolters, which is great. All those people who've been hearing about this over the last few weeks, due to the Warhammer community team, it's a small improvement to all Marines when stood still, and it's a particularly good improvement for Scarab Occult Terminators. Obviously, being always stood still with their nasty guns, it's going to make a mess of stuff. So it's good to see that Marines are getting a little bit of love, both sides, and it's nice to see that. So, Eldar, look at these guys. That's some seriously interesting paintwork. Some very, very cool contrast changes in colour. Nice little skull faces painted onto the helmets of the Wraith Guard and the Wraith Lord. And obviously the planetary thing motif going on throughout all the vehicles. Really, really nice army. Now, obviously, I don't know much about Eldar, but it is good to see. It is nice to see a good, well-painted army, and it is very, very colourful. A lot of interesting choices of colour, sort of tied together with the black for the dark tone. Now, I've got a Scorpion super heavy grav tank here. I'm guessing that's some kind of comparative to maybe a Baneblade or something. Never played any of the super heavy vehicles as such, and especially against Eldar. Never come up against one of them, so you have to let me know how they are to play against. And he's explaining his paint decisions and why he chose the certain colours and the methods of his paintwork. So, short story here, based on Vigilus. So it's really cool to see that Vigilus is getting a lot of random fluff thrown about. It's good to see that we're really working with the Vigilus narrative to really get the immersion levels right. Okay, now it's Kill Team. Nice double page spread about the Kill Team Weekender. And obviously talking about the different the different kill teams what have been taking part. Obviously some stunning models as always at Warhammer World events. Some absolutely great models, and we're being Kill Team going to get some beauties because people can really go to town on their models when they're only having to paint 4 or 5, or in this case 15. But it's nice to see some beautifully painted models. Really, people going really to town on their factions. And there is a battle report for Kill Team, which obviously, as always, I'm not going to go over the top into it, but it is Jarvis Johnson and Andy Chambers, and some nice before and after photos of the two Games Workshop legends. So it's good to see some of the old guard playing in the battle reports as well. So fast forward to the end of the battle report, as always. Wow, it's quite an in-depth one. Very, very long battle report. And guest editor, which I'm guessing is Jarvis Johnson. He was the creator of several of the classic games, including Blood Bowl. So, some Warhammer Nightvolt. Now, that's Morlog the Mighty, which I'm guessing some of you guys will recognise him. I don't play Nightvolt. I have played it once. It was a lot of fun, but some of the models what they're bringing out for it, like this big troll-looking dude, some kind of weird walking fungus. They are just superb. And let's face it, the models for the Age of Sigmar range are outstanding. And this particular guy, oh, he's just cool. Some more artwork for Nightvolt. Obviously, there's some absolutely astoundingly good painters there working at the art department in GW, and they're being allowed to really show off their talents with the Warhammer Quest Nightvolt expansions. So, Age of Sigmar now. Talking a bit about Age of Sigmar, and it is Blood on the Streets. There's a new rules for a skirmish campaign. So a lot of new rules coming out in these White Dwarves now, which is great to see. Really helping flesh out the hobby side of things, on the rule side of things. So they're clearly trying to improve correspondence to those customers and the hobbyists to really get the most out of our games. And it's great to see the little battle reports as well, and a in-depth talk about the Realm of Metal. Now this is the Realm of Shaman. Okay, so there you are, Realm of Shaman. Lots of really cool stuff. The Iron Dwarves, and a lovely Mega Boss, which is just a stunning model. I'm sure Dodge is going to do some really unpleasant things to it when he gets one. And I mean that in the cleanest way, not dirty. Before any of you dirty-minded people get involved. So, converting. Nice little hints and tips on how to get some really interesting conversions done. And obviously, you've got the sort of simple design for lava bases, and some really cool ideas for making some kind of weird blocky sort of ruptured base coming up out from the floor. Really interesting idea. The sorceress with the daggers flying out from her hand is a great idea, and I really do like how she's sort of how it's tied in with the reaching out, sort of firing the models, firing knives away from herself. Very, very iconic sort of spell for the Dark Elves is a flying dagger type thing. Now, obviously, we've got a great big statue dedicated to the beast gods. Do apologise, not a Beastman player, never have been. So it's a Herdstone, that's the one. And yeah, nice paint tips on how to paint up that and get a really cool, interesting model. So what they've done is they've turned their lava type bases into molten metal, which is an interesting idea and a really cool idea for doing it on the realms of metal. So you get this very, very weird looking sort of bubbling liquid metal over the solid sort of land masses made from cork. Very cool idea, actually. Another short story. This is Warhammer Age of Sigmar one. Looks like it's Chaos and Stormcast Eternals. And the Tome Celestial. Within the pages of a Tome Celestial can be found the greatest repository of knowledge on Sigmar's finest warriors of the Stormcast Eternals. So I'm guessing this is a bit of a backstory towards the Stormcast Eternals to get a bit more of a feel for who they are and what they do. And there we go. Also, some more war scrolls for Age of Sigmar as well to get some really interesting battle formations going on with your Stormcasts, and obviously the army showcase of the Stormcast Eternals with all fully resplendent in their golden armour. Nice little quick and easy paint splatter on how to get a battle ready army nice and fast. So obviously getting a full army up to standard is a big task, so it takes a lot of work to get them up to a high standard, but it's very easy to get them to a nice start point where you can always come back to them. How to paint your plumes and the hammer handles, also the cloaks. So the paint spot is really useful this time around, including going into the heraldry of the individuals. Continuing on with the paint splatter with the sort of weird griffin-y thing and the little dragon thing. Talking about getting the beaks and the feathers looking right. So quite an in-depth paint splatter this month, and a new new gaming scenario as well, which is a lot of Age of Sigmar stuff. Really going to town, fleshing out the rule sections in this. So a nice narrative gaming scenario. And new formations of Adeptus Titanicus. Obviously, can't not be talking about that Adeptus Titanicus at the minute because it's all over the place. It's really being pushed by GW, and it's good to see some really nice models for the Knights and the Titans, even the smaller scale stuff as well. So it's great to see that. And Warhammer Adventures, there's a little bit of an article about it at the back. Warhammer Adventures. Now, obviously, this has polarised some people, but I think it's a great idea. And especially interesting is this young lass here doesn't believe in weapons, which anybody who's interested in 40k will know that's not really a good way of looking at the universe. Definitely not very safe. So there you are, a bit of a Warhammer Adventures as well. It's a nice touch to get the kids involved, really promote the next generation of hobbyists. And there we are. Got a little kill team for the female commissar. She's got her own little rules now, which is nice to see. And she's playing a match game of kill team or kill team game that uses points. She costs 20 points, comes with all the stats and everything she does in game as well. And right at the back, obviously, we've got a few bits and pieces about what's available in the shops, a few couple adverts, and some other Necromunda gangs, just to give you a good look at that. And that is everything what is in that White Dwarf. Now, loads and loads of rules in there. Good to see that GW are really pushing the rule set and making a lot of quick changes to anything what looks like it needs doing. With that, I've got a few thank yous to make. No. So, thank you for watching this, guys. If this is the sort of video you like to see, please hit like and subscribe. We do a lot of content. We try and get 2 or 3 videos out every week, including White Dwarfs. Obviously, check out our tutorials as well, and got our thank yous, which is our Patreons: D-Wack, Warren, Love Minis, The Orc Boys, Joe Spearpoint, Ludwig Hofbauer, Kit Lindquist, and Acmus of Dawn. You are our top Patreons. So thank you to you guys. You're awesome. Without our Patreons and subscribers, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. So if you would like to help us out, please check us out on Patreon. Every donation helps. It just gets us to do more content, better quality content, and allows us to continue what we're doing for the benefit of you guys. Also, please check out the Outposts, which are our affiliate link at the bottom. They are at the bottom of the in the description. And every time you buy stuff through our affiliate link, you will get reduced price models, and we get a few bonus points as well, which helps us continue improving our content as well, as it allows us to buy new toy soldiers a bit cheaper to create better prizes for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we shall catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.